Thank you, money, for a peaceful morning. Thank you, money, for a comfortable bed. Thank you, money, for a safe home. Thank you, money, for electricity and light.
Thank you, money, for clean water. Thank you, money, for toothpaste and soap. Thank you, money, for fresh clothes. Thank you, money, for nutritious breakfast.
Thank you, money, for tea and coffee. Thank you, money, for kitchen supplies. Thank you, money, for daily groceries. Thank you, money, for healthy food choices.
Thank you, money, for cooking gas. Thank you, money, for a working refrigerator.
Thank you, money, for transportation.
Thank you, money, for
Fuel and travel. Thank you, money, for saving time. Thank you, money, for smooth commutes.
Thank you, money, for work opportunities. Thank you, money, for business growth.
Thank you, money, for income flow.
Thank you, money, for stable earnings.
Thank you, money, for professional tools. Thank you, money, for mobile connectivity.
Thank you, money, for early internet access. Thank you, money, for learning resources. Thank you, money, for books and knowledge.
Thank you, money, for skill development.
Thank you, money, for confidence. Thank you, money, for
Independence.
Thank you, money, for medical care.
Thank you, money, for
Medicines. Thank you, money, for health checkups.
Thank you, money, for fitness support.
Thank you, money, for healthy lifestyle. Thank you, money, for safety and security.
Thank you, money, for insurance protection.
Thank you, money, for emergency support.
Thank you, money, for peace of mind. Thank you, money, for stress relief.
Thank you, money, for family comfort.
Thank you, money, for children's education.
Thank you, money, for school fees.
Thank you, money, for learning tools.
Thank you, money, for family meals.
Thank you, money, for celebrations.
Thank you, money, for festivals and joy.
Thank you, money, for gifts and sharing.
Thank you, money, for social connections.
Thank you, money, for community support.
Thank you, money, for entertainment.
Thank you, money, for music and movies.
Thank you, money, for hobbies.
Thank you, money, for creative freedom.
Thank you, money, for travel experiences.
Thank you, money, for rest and comfort.
Thank you, money, for quality sleep.
Thank you, money, for evening meals.
Thank you, money, for dining experiences. Thank you, money, for kitchen abundance.
Thank you, money, for time freedom.
Thank you, money, for life balance.
Thank you, money, for personal growth. Thank you, money, for self-care.
Thank you, money, for spiritual learning.
Thank you, money, for charity and giving.
Thank you, money, for helping others.
Thank you, money, for generosity.
Thank you, money, for gratitude practice.
Thank you, money, for positive mindset.
Thank you, money, for say
Thank you, money, for financial clarity.
Thank you, money, for discipline.
Thank you, money, for wise decisions.
Thank you, money, for abundance mindset.
Thank you, money, for self-respect. Thank you, money, for confidence and choices.
Thank you, money, for emotional comfort.
Thank you, money, for calm nights.
Thank you, money, for peaceful evenings.
Thank you, money, for family bonding.
Thank you, money, for gratitude duties.
Thank you, money, for cozy mornings. Thank you, money, for safety at night.
Thank you, money, for restful sleep.
Thank you, money, for tomorrow's hope.
Thank you, money, for daily miracles. Thank you, money, for consistent support.
Thank you, money, for flowing easily.
Thank you, money, for staying with me.
Thank you, money, for serving my life. Thank you, money, for loving exchange.